Well, our first day in South Dakota was a pretty exciting day. The morning started off a little funny though, as we were about an hour late getting out to where we were going to hunt, and that kind of set us back a little ways. The evening before, we spent a little bit of time kind of locating the birds that we were going to be hunting, figuring out a way to get into where we were going to hunt, and it was a long walk, but managed to get out there, and we walked through the canyon, got to where we wanted to be as close as we could, and realized that we were so late. The day was already breaking, the birds were already gobbling. There's no way we were going to get close enough without spooking the birds. So we decided to set the blind up in a place that was close, possibility of calling some birds in, but with the intentions of changing it up a little late in the morning. We sat there till about 10:30, had several birds come down the road. It was about 150 yards as a crow flies from us, and they hung up on the other side of that road. About 10:30, we picked up the blind, the decoys, and the bows, headed down through this small bottom, got over to the road where these turkeys were gobbling at, and as we're walking to our destination, a bird fired off in relative close proximity to where we were going to be. We still had about 150 yards to go, but I pulled the box call out just to be safe. I checked the bird. He gobbled real hard, cut me off, and seemed like he was coming. We made the executive decision to pop the blind up right where we were, set the decoys out, and as we were getting prepared inside the blind, I called with a mouth call just to see where this bird was. He cut me off again and had already cut the distance between us and him in half. He was coming hard, so we had to get set.
Getting closer now. We decided to move. We're on a road and all the birds were hanging up right where we're at, and we wanted to get on top of the hill. And the birds started going crazy, and as fast as we could, Tom and I threw the blind up, set the decoys out, called a few times, and this bird was on us at 25 yards, but I have some grass in the way. I didn't have a clear shot. And I don't like shooting much further than 20 yards with a bow for turkeys, but for some reason he didn't want to come into the decoys. He popped into strut once, and then he walked back up off the hill, so there's more birds gobbling. So we're going to sit tight for a little while, and they're going to be here. They've been in here already today a few times, obviously, so that was fun. That was good stuff.
That bird worked up the hill right to where we wanted to go, and we were contemplating picking things up and getting to the place we wanted to be initially. As we were discussing it, another bird fired off. This is 10 minutes after that first bird walked out of our view. And we gave that bird a few calls, and he responded to everyone, was really giving us the impression he was pretty hot and willing to work.
one of the most unbelievable hunts I've ever had. Oh. First bird down. That first shot, I shot him at 6 yards. I thought I made a good shot, but he walked off like nothing happened. And he got out over here at about 20 yards, and I decided to put another arrow in him or try, and I had some grass to shoot through, and I felt like I made a good hit there too, but he kind of walked off again, so I was really starting to question what had just happened. And I think we got him. We're in South Dakota. It's April. It's their first day. It's not even lunchtime yet, and we got our first bird on the ground. I'm going to go get him, bring him back here to show you.
The best part about this turkey's right here. Tell me that's not pretty. It's our first day here, South Dakota, and we made a quick move. We were set up behind us about 250 yards, and a lot of birds were coming up and down this road. A lot of birds gobbling in the bottom behind us, and we were just standing here wanting to get to the top of the hill behind me, and some birds started gobbling, and they were getting hot, and we thought we better set up right where we're at. I tell you what, it doesn't matter how many times I do this, this never gets old. I'm sharing it with a great friend, Tom. This is my vision of the outdoors. I'm pretty proud of it. Thanks for coming along. We've got more birds to kill, so we're going to get back in the blind.